Hi everyone, it's Jean. I'm stopping by with some more gems for you today. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting out some floral doodles from magazine images. And I have a couple here that I've started, but I wanted to show you one of the great ways that you can find your backgrounds for your floral images. And that is by using magazines that have recipes or food pictures in them. They make great magazines images for photos. So let's see what we have. Now this is food and wine, so you will see some wine pictures in here. I love wine, but I don't drink it very often. Okay, so right here on this page, we have apple salad. So we could get some really pretty flowers from this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, tear this out. And I'm going to put it aside because I want to see if we can find any more. That way you'll know in the future what to look for. Now these would be very nice for tiger lilies. So, you know, different flowers, different colors, right? So we can try that. Even this up here we could make something from, but that's so small, we'll skip that. This is pretty, but it doesn't give us really any variation with green. This would be great. Oh, those little pies are so cute. So let me see if I can find something else that we would like. Okay, let's get past all the booze. Because I want you to see, okay, so this one would be really cool because it has some variations in the green. I'm going to skip that one for, oh, this is really good right here. So what we could do is if we wanted to use this piece, we would just have to, you know, cut it so that we don't use that other one. But I like this one because it has the grapes in it. Plus it also has, I guess that's tarragon or something there. Mashed potatoes. Now this one is really beautiful. This could make some amazing flowers. So we might go back to, I'm going to put my thumb there. Oh, look at the onions. This would be gorgeous for photos. I mean, for pictures. Love, love, love these colors. Okay, we do not want the ofrendas. We don't want any of this. Now, one thing that you can keep in mind, so we're going to take the onion one, the onion, and we're going to take the cauliflower. And then at the beginning, I just want to show you something really, something that you can do as well. So if you have a page like this that has this beautiful blue, and up here you have some variations of blue and other colors. Even here with this green, you could do a bunch of leaves here. This blue is really pretty to make flowers from as well. So if you want just some plain colored flowers, these pages that have a lot of blank space up here and here are great for drawing flowers too. Even on this light blue, you could do some. So, you know, you look at the magazine and you kind of try to look at it with an artistic eye and say, okay, well, this color or this texture would make a really good flower for a doodle flower for your journal. So texture, color, blank spaces, food dishes that have green. Now you could use something like this if you wanted to, but I personally wouldn't, because I like these images and I would probably save that for something else. These you could if you wanted to, but I think it has too much white. I don't really like we already talked about this one. This one, you know, we could do something with it, I'm sure. This one, here's some more blank space. So where you see those blank spaces, you know, you can take advantage of them as well. Another thing that I suggest is when you find something that you're going to use, for example, these green apple bowls, maybe do a flower that is more conducive to a lighter color. So what I'm thinking with these is I'm going to make a U shape, and I'm just gonna make a zigzag, very small zigzag across the top, and then underneath of it I'm going to make another U shape, and then I'm going to make a long line, and then I'm going to make a loop, and that's going to be our flower. Okay, now I like to make flowers that kind of are hanging. What I mean is I like the curved stem. So we'll make a little circle here, and then we'll just do the loop-de-loops to make sure we don't bump into our tulip type of thing we have going on here. And then we can put the loop for the flower here. And then, like I said, you can go over these more than once to kind of make yourself a thicker stem so that they're not so flimsy. There's still room here, so I think I'm going to make just a cute little 5-petal flower, because you need small ones as well as big ones, right? So up here in this one, let's see, we can make another U, and then instead of okay, so for the U, I want you to go down this side and down this side, and then I want you to put like a triangle right there, and then another U right here, and then a stem, however thick you want your stem to be, and then your flower. Now with this one, We could also come off from the side and just make another kind of like bulb that would be like a bloom. So there you get a flower that has 2 pieces to it. And I think I'm just going to make a couple more of those smaller ones. I'm not worrying about the spoon because it matches enough that I think it'll be okay. I wanted to make one. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, that way. And then we'll take one where we'll make a curve like this. And then we will just take a loop and a loop, a loop and a loop, a loop and a loop. Just like this, just like that. And then at the very top, 2 going this way. Okay? So there we have a nice collection of flowers. So what I'm going to do after I have made my flowers, I'm going to just roughly cut them out around the edge. And I'm going to glue them down to another piece of paper. And that way, when you start cutting them out, you're not trying to cut around this flimsy magazine paper. Now, this paper's not too bad. There are some that are pretty flimsy. But it also makes them nice and sturdy for you to glue into your book. So we're going to glue those down. Let me look at, let's look at the onions and see what we can do with the onions. They're so pretty. And then we'll cut some out. So, this onion right here is really, really beautiful. So I think I don't want to do anything too intricate. So for this one, I'm going to try to make what's called an echinacea flower or a cone flower. So to start, I'm just going to make an oval right here. And then I'm going to come out with some wonky looking leaves that kind of remind you of a ponytail on a little girl's hair. Right? And then down here, I'm going to make another wonky ponytail. And here, I'm going to make another wonky ponytail. And then I might come up here and do one. And come up here and do one. And then I am going to give this one a stem. Right in the middle. And a leaf. Now, the leaf is not green, right? So we may have to improvise when you actually add it to your project. If you don't like it like that, you can color it in with a little bit of watercolor or another green marker or something like that. So another one I like to make is where I start out in like I'm going to make a corkscrew, but I stop it here, and then I go around again, and I stop it at different places, as the flower starts to get bigger, you just keep going around and adding an extra layer. Just adding an extra layer, different places. And it gives you the idea of maybe a rose. And if you want a stem on it, we can do that. What I would do is I would find some green to add with that. So that's another variation. I'm trying to think of what other ones I have drawn in the past. A lot of times when it comes to doodling or doodle flowers, I will just use my imagination, but I wanted to find some that were easy for you. So let me look real quick on my saved doodle, if I can find them. You could never find anything when you want it quick, can you? Oh, let's see, darling, where is it? It's called Doodly Do. So if any of you want to follow me on Pinterest to see what I look at, what I like to tag, I'm Jean's Gems, so feel free. I'm Jean's Gems on there as well. Okay, let me look at this one. Okay, so that didn't help much, did it? Let me go back one page. There's a search function. I can't believe it. Okay. Would you imagine that the most things that I have in my doodle file are chickens? Chickens! Okay, another corkscrew, kind of like this. And then it goes down like this and back up. So this is a really cute one. Now here you want to take a line up with the circle, a line up with the circle, and another line up with the circle. You can also add some other detailing, and then you have your stem, and then you have this big fat leaf. We may need to replace that one with some green though, because that is not a very long leaf. Let's see what else we can draw. What else we can draw flower-wise, because I just want to find you all some very easy ones that you will enjoy. Okay, so over here on this onion, I'm going to make a U. And I'm going to close the U. And then underneath it, I'm just going to make loops like this. Okay? Then down here, I'm going to make just 2 stripes. And then I'm going to make a longer stem. It doesn't have to be super long. And then I'm going to put my leaves right here on that one. I really like that one. That one's cute. Let's see. I really honestly think, for me personally, my favorite kind are the ones where I just make the shape of some petals and just keep going around in a circle. And like I said, they don't have to be symmetrical, because the whole idea of your design is for it to be a doodle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to look like you are a famous artist. Doodle flowers are designed for people that, you know, don't necessarily draw all the time, but they want to add this feature to their art repertoire. Repertoire. Look at me using big words. Repertoire. Now, like I said, with some of these where the leaves are dark, you may want to go in later and just go in later and, you know, make them green, put green over top of them, whatever you want to do there. So let me show you down here on this white one other design that I like. So this one's going to have kind of like a wonky circle, any kind of circle. Then we're going to go out and we're going to dip in and come back out for the petal. So we go up, we dip in, and we go back down. Now, they kind of remind me of teeth. You know how your teeth are? So this is the way this one goes. You just kind of dip in and back down. So up, dip in and back down until you get to the end. And then you have this really wonky, cute flower. Now, what I like to do too, and this is something where it's an option for you. If you have a white pen, a white paint pen, you can use a white paint pen or any kind of white pen that you may have. And then you can take the white pen and you can just kind of go right here around the center and pull out like this very lightly, just holding your pen lightly, and you're just pulling out so that you have some dimension to your flower there. So that is a really cool option too. If you want to color the center white, that would look nice. Same thing with this one up here. We can draw some white things on here to kind of brighten this one up a little bit. That looks nice. Now when you're using a paint pen, paint pens do stay wet a little bit. So you want to make sure that you watch that so you don't get something all over it. Okay, so I think we have enough that we can make a good demonstration of. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. And I'm just using a glue stick. Just make sure you get all of the back covered in glue. And the nice thing about adding this to paper then is that when you cut these out, it's much easier because your images aren't flopping all around and trying to be cut out with just the magazine itself. They also store better when you back them with something, because I for one, who is a very unorganized person, if I would leave these laying somewhere, they would get all bent up if they were regular magazine images. So let me hold this one aside real quick while we do the apple ones. So this is not a cardstock. This is actually called sulfite paper, and it's not very expensive at all. I get mine on Amazon, but it's a little bit heavier than copy paper. And the nice thing about it is that it's sturdy. It's kind of like a sketch paper. Now, I will tell you it's too big for your printer, so you can't run it through the printer unless you trim the pages down. So it's not your standard 8 by 10. I think it's 11 by 14, but I'm not positive. So I'm going to cut out this amazing tulip that we drew on the apple salad. The apple salad actually sounded really good. I'm still drinking coffee though. I don't know what time it is for you guys. But so coming up later this week, my friend and I are going to be doing an inspired by Tim Holtz challenge. So if anybody wants to get in on that, you know, feel free. We're going to be making an accordion journal, and not a big one. So that'll be fun to do. And if anyone wants to follow along, that should be coming out on Friday. Okay, here we go. There's our first flower out of our salad. I didn't cut that very good, did I? There we go. I guess. I don't know what's going on here. I'll just fix it with the pencil then. And this is where I told you we had the tiny one. I have made lots of little tiny flowers, and I've been happy in the past when I do that because I can always use them, whether they're in someone's hair or flower basket, anything like that. You can use these for if you want to dress up your tags. They are very cute on journal pages. You know, if you just want a little something on a journal page, you can stick it in the corner. You can use these for like little tab pulls on your journaling cards. Just a really fun way to add some whimsy to your projects. So there's the little flower, and then we'll cut out this big one, bigger one. And it's just, believe me, it is so much easier to do this if you put it down on some type of, you know, medium weight or lightweight paper. Just gives it some strength, and also at the same time makes it a much easier project for you to cut out with scissors. I personally love fussy cutting for the most part, but I don't really love fussy cutting magazine images, I've found, because of the flimsiness. So this might be the answer to my dilemma. I'll have to glue everything down first. Oh my, creating more work for myself, huh? Okay. Sorry, sometimes I have to draw things closer to my eyes and forget I'm not in frame. So if any of you all are getting rain, pray that it comes to the Northeast, because we need rain so terribly. Okay, I want to cut out a couple on these on the onions. So let me trim around this a little bit, and then we'll glue them down. To try to save that space. And And these are glue sticks that I got from Walmart on their, you know, end of season kids sale after the kids went back to school. And got them for a really good deal. So they have been wonderful. They seem to last a long time, and they stick really well, and they're not gloppy or anything like that. So I really like them. I would purchase them again. Definitely. I wish there had been more on sale. Had I checked earlier, I think there was only like 2 packs available, maybe. I don't remember, but they were only 50 cents, and I was like, hey, yeah, good deal. All right, I'm going to glue this one down, and we will cut out our onion flowers. Push those over there. And so what I do after I glue it is I just kind of burnish it down right here because I want it to be nice and smooth. And that way no wrinkles or anything occur. Okay, so this one, right. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but when I cut these out, I don't leave a border. You can leave a border if you want to. Usually the Sharpie line is thick enough that I don't have to really leave a border. So if you like the border look better, that's okay. Go ahead. I like the border less, not the border. Okay, here we go. And there is number 1 onion flower. Isn't that cool? So let me just show you real quick. I'm just going to try this with a colored pencil. I'm not sure. Ooh, that lead is not good. Okay. Otro. No es azul. Okay. We'll try this one. So you could probably go in here. Let's see if it does anything. No. Okay. So colored pencil is not the way to go. But if you want to color your leaves some other color, I would recommend paint pen if you have any. All right, let's cut out this heart really quick. And the spirally one. And then we'll see what we have. And go from there. So earlier I was watching Sydney Cat. It was so cute. That cat is so beautiful. And she gives it albacore tuna. I'm not sure if she gives it in oil or water, but that is one of the ways to keep their fur so pretty and sleek. So she's a very beautiful cat, Miss Sydney. She's white and gray. She's a tuxedo cat that decided to wear gray. My mom's is a black and white, and she's a tuxedo cat. She's very, very smart. She knows when my mom takes her nap. She knows when my mom should, well, when my mom comes to my studio to talk to me for a while, she doesn't like it. She hates it because she doesn't like anybody else to get any attention from my mom except for her. But she's not mean. She comes over and she wants me to pet her, and then she's got to sit on my mom's lap, and, you know, she just has to make my mom understand that she's the most important person. I mean, animal. Here she comes. She must have heard me talking about her. Hi, Loretta. What are you doing? A beautiful cat? Where's your mom at? Did she go downstairs without you? So there's that cute heart one. Okay, guys, so you get the basic point. So look through your magazines, find your really cool vegetables and platters of food, cheese, all kinds of things, and then cut out your designs, add in some white if you like the white. You know, I can color these in white. Just adds a little bit of dimension. And if you like the white, you can try just designing your flowers in white. I do like to do that as well. So I'm just going to make a little small one right here. Kind of like a violet or something. And you can do all kinds of little things to kind of make them even more whimsical. Like I'm adding these little polka dots to it. So there are some ideas for you for Mixed Media Monday. So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.